Let's break down our NFL coaches in the hot seat, listing off who's next on the chopping block. Starting us off, Chicago Bears head coach Matt Nagy. The Chicago Bears are one of the oldest franchises in sports, and they have never fired a coach mid-season. Chicago wants to keep Nagy around, allowing him a few more weeks to try and figure things out with the hope it leads to the offense showing signs of life. With that being said, Nagy will be among the NFL coaches fired when the season ends. Up next, Minnesota Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer. The most accomplished name among our candidates for NFL coaches fired, Mike Zimmer is dealing with some pressure from ownership. Following a 7-9 season, the calls for him to be dismissed are deserved, even after his contract extension a year ago. The Vikings have lost 6 one-score games this season, like it or not, but that reflects on the man leading the team. Up next, New York Giants head coach Joe Judge. Judge has shown very little through 2 NFL seasons to prove he can be a good coach, largely because his in-game management is some of the worst in football. But bearing a humiliating collapse by this team in the final weeks of the season, he won't be among the NFL coaches fired this year. And finally, Vic Fangio of the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos head coach is walking a fine line this season on the NFL coaching hot seat, a season that started with a 3-0 record, then spiraled into a 4-game losing streak. Immediately, the head coach, who was almost canned after last season, was among the favorites to be fired mid-season. But the Broncos have turned it around, winning 4 of their last 6 games with Fangio's defense leading the way. With that being said, it would still be a surprise if Fangio remains in Denver through 2022.